What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Before we get into this video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out and I greatly appreciate it if you could do that. Now I just want to apologize about my surroundings. Obviously I'm in the car, but we are next to a brick wall. Now the reason for this is because I had to drive all the way to Tesco to sit in the car park because it's the only place close by that's undercover. Now I wanted to go somewhere nice today, you know, maybe with some British countryside and nice scenic surroundings, but the weather had different ideas. And yeah, all I was hearing on the audio was, because the rain was just smashing against the windscreen, so we had to go somewhere undercover. It is what it is. I'm going to film this video this time because it's about the 20th time trying to actually record this video, so whatever it takes, we're going to nail it this time. And yeah, we're just going to get it done because I need to get this video done right now. It's taken me way too long to try and record this thing. But yeah, enough of the rambling, let's just get straight on with the video. Now in my previous video I mentioned how I wanted to start making some finance-based content, some finance videos, okay? So I thought it'd be a good idea, seeing as it's my first video, I thought it'd be a good idea to take it right back to the beginning, right back to when I was a kid and I actually found out what money was and how it works. Okay, so I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, you know, I had a good upbringing. I went to, you know, decent school. We went on holiday like every year. I was allowed to do what I wanted pretty much. I was allowed to play out, I was allowed to play football, and you know, I had a very good childhood. Like I had some, you know, amazing times, and I'm just like grateful for my parents for like everything that they've done for me. We was like never like really rich, like my parents, they just both worked like regular jobs, but they just worked very hard like for what they have and what they was able to provide for us. So, you know, I was always like fed, I always had a roof over my head, I always had clothes on my back. And you know, there's a lot of people in this world who don't even start off with those necessities. So, you know, I didn't have too bad of a life back then. But I wasn't, however, spoilt. Like, I've never really been spoilt. I mean, obviously, we had presents at like birthdays and Christmas and things like that, but I was never like spoiled as a kid. Now, I'll just give an example. Like, when I wanted to maybe go to the shop with my friends and like buy some sweets or whatever, my friends, they would always seem to like ask their parents like for some money, like, oh, mum, dad, can I have £1? They'd be like, yeah, that's fine. They'd just give it them. And then I would ask, and then for whatever reason, they was like, no, you don't need that. You don't need to buy sweets. You don't need to buy a toy. So that was just like normal for me. And I was kind of then, like, I was made to appreciate money more because it was never like really handed on a plate to me. It was never like just given to me. Like, I've never really had like an allowance or like pocket money or anything like that. So I came to appreciate it a lot more, and I learned how it's actually hard to come by, and that, you know, it was never just going to be handed to me like my entire life. And so then obviously I was left with two options. You know, I could either have no money and go without, or I could earn my own money and, you know, go with. I could do all the things that my friends were doing. Now obviously I'm like 6, 7, 8 years old, you know, I can't get a job. Now a thing that kids typically do is like do chores for their parents. This like wasn't an option for me. I said, Mum, can I like do some hoovering up, or can I clean the kitchen for some money? No, we're not giving you any money. So, you know, that was an option for me either. I wasn't old enough to start doing a paper round at this point. Now the only way I could think of earning money back then was to sell things, whether that be toys, games, stickers, trading cards. They were like really big back in there, like Pokemon cards, like Premier League stickers. I like there's literally a new sticker album out like every month pretty much. So like stickers and trading cards, they were like massive back then. I mean, we're talking like early 2000s, so like 2001, 2002. And so if I wanted to like earn some money for me to buy some sweets from the shop, I was gonna have to like, you know, start selling some of those things. Now, how would I sell these things? So I remember like every kind of 6 months or so, we used to have a car boot, which, you know, if you're in a different country, a car boot is essentially like a yard sale, but everyone like drives to a field and basically like creates a big market. So you're selling everything out of your car, basically all your old junk that you don't want to keep anymore. So that was like my old toys, my old games, things like that. And the rules were that whatever I sold that was mine, like I got to keep the money for, and obviously like the things that my mum sold, she got to keep the money for them. So I was like, you know, selling just my old games, my old toys and all the rest of it. Now, bearing in mind, like at a car boot sale, everyone just like tries to massively undercut you. No matter what you're selling something for, even if you're selling something ridiculously cheap, someone will literally offer you 10% of what you're trying to sell it for. Even if you're trying to sell something for like 20p, there'll be someone trying to offer you 2p for it. Honestly, it's ridiculous. So I actually remember kind of negotiating prices back when I was like 6 or 7 years old. Now you have to try and imagine like a 6 or 7 year old trying to negotiate prices with like fully grown adults, and I'm like, no, we're not selling it for that much. Oh god. But like I remember it vividly. Like it's strange just like how kind of, I guess, like clued up I was back then, how switched on I was. Like I didn't want to just kind of give things away for nothing. Like I kind of knew the value of certain things. And so say for example, when I wanted to buy like a new game, like I'm pretty sure one year I bought like a new GTA. I don't know if it was like Vice City or San Andreas or whatever, and I actually made like the 30 or 40 pound, however much I needed to buy the game, just in one day. And that was like, that was a lot, like for a little kid, do you know what I mean? But like I was just determined to, you know, sell my stuff. Like I remember if there was like someone walking around, I would kind of say, look, oh, does any of this like interest you? Is there anything you're looking for? Like I just remember like I was kind of, I guess I was kind of like a good salesman, like back when I was a little kid. But yeah, so that was like how I guess I kind of first started to earn money. Like that was like my first kind of venture. That was the first opportunity I had to like earn money as a little kid. Now the other place where I thought I could take my business to was obviously, you know, where the kids spend most of their time, at school. You know, I have hundreds of potential customers, my friends, classmates. And I remember actually back in the day, like my dad worked at an engineering place, and actually next door they had this like huge skip where they just used to like dump all their like rubbish in. Now like we say, you know, rubbish, right? But it was honestly like filled with magazines, trading cards. I think it was like James Bond magazines and James Bond cards. I'm pretty sure there might be like a few different ones, but they're the only ones that I remember. And what it was also filled with was these fountain pens. Like not like, you know, these were proper fountain pens, like proper heavyweight metal fountain pens with a little ink cartridge with them, and they were like sealed and packaged and everything. So I don't know what the business was who was like throwing them away. I don't know if it's like a subscription based business or what, but yeah, they threw away hundreds, probably thousands of these pens, right? And they were really nice pens as well. They had like different styles, and so yeah, we basically like got them all out and just you know, took them home, because obviously they were just literally throwing them in the bin, and obviously we cleared it with that place first, and they said it's okay to take them. So yeah, we basically got like hundreds or maybe even 1,000 like these proper packaged fountain pens like for nothing. And that's about the time where I first started to actually sell things for money, like, because, you know, prior to then I was only like trading cards and stickers and that in school. Obviously, you know, I was doing the car boots, but I wasn't selling anything at school. But that's about the time when I decided to actually start selling these pens in school, because, you know, I bought one in, you know, I was kind of flexing it, you know, everyone's like, oh, that's a really nice pen, you know, where can I get that? I'm like, oh, I actually have like 1,000 of them. And there was like really, like, there's like different designs. And back then, like back in like 2002, 2003 days, like kids just used to like collect anything. It was like, if you had something different, like kids would like want it. And yeah, so I had like 4 or 5 different designs of these pens. So obviously everyone wanted to collect all of them. And yeah, like if you had a good pen back in the day, like you were killing it, man. But yeah, like I remember selling these pens. I used to sell them £1 each. Yeah, £1 each, and that was a really good value as well. Like if you was to buy these pens in like WH Smith's, you was talking, I don't know, £4 or £5. So they were good quality pens. And yeah, I just used to sell them £1 each. And I also used to sell the James Bond magazines and the James Bond cards. I can't remember how much I used to sell them for. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, after, like, you know, selling all these, obviously we did sell some at the car boot as well, which I don't think I got to keep the money for that, which I still begrudge to this day. But yeah, like, you know, I made a decent amount. I'd say like I made a good £500 like from selling, you know, I'm about 7 years old, right? I've made about £500 just selling these pens and these magazines to just my friends at school. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that all stopped like when I got caught selling. I'm pretty sure I was in year 4. The teacher found out, and yeah, I had like go to the head teacher and all that. So yeah, I kind of got in trouble because, yeah, I guess teachers don't want kids to run their own business. But yeah, so that was the end to that. But I guess I kind of wanted to make this video to give you some kind of context, to kind of give you some beginnings, like, you know, where I've came from, like kind of, you know, some background story behind my mindset when it comes to money and my finances. Okay, so I hope this video has been somewhat entertaining. I hope it kind of gives you a backstory behind some of the decisions that I decided to make in my finances, and I hope it kind of helps a few of you relate to me a little bit more. But yeah, I guess if you guys want to see any more videos like this, I've got like so many finance videos planned. But if you want to see any in particular, please just leave a comment down below. I just want to thank you guys for watching once more. Give this video a like if you have not already. That's the one thing I just ask of you. Please just give this video a like. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you in that next video. Peace!